Hello YouTubers, it's Chris. I have come across an old, it's a Cub Cadet Cyclocut lawnmower here. And this thing has been doing yeoman's work, trimming up around the border of about a 100-acre farm that is used as a community garden, if you can imagine that. And so there's all this tough grass and bindweed and all kinds of nasty stuff, rocks and saplings coming up, and yeah, it cleaned up pretty good. You look here, it's based on the model number here. I placed this at about a 2004 vintage, made in our dear neighbors to the north. And one kind of cool feature about this is that it has a Kawasaki engine. It's a little tricky to start up, but it does fire up pretty nice. I cleaned up underneath here, sharpened the blade up, cleaned all the junk out of here. All the drive mechanism works pretty good. You can unlock these wheels here. It'll allow them to swivel independently. Right now they're just kind of locked in the forward position, but you switch that over and the wheels spin freely. It's kind of a nice machine. Put it back in the lock. I noticed that, well, it's actually quite obvious that the air shroud cover is missing off of this. And the person that had it before, they put an air filter on, which is fine, and they kind of wired it in place, but the air is supposed to come through the bottom, over the top, and then down into the carburetor venturi. So this air filter is not doing anything because the air is just kind of going straight through here. It's not going through the bottom, and there's actually a pre-filter in there. You can see it. It's a little bit folded up, but we'll put that back together. Yeah, it's kind of, I kind of like it. It's pretty sturdy. It has 6 speeds forward. It's self-propelled. There are 2 drive pawls on either wheel. It's kind of a weird mechanism. One of them is a little bit shot, but it still drives okay. And what I'm going to do is with some Gorilla tape, is I've actually made a new shroud that I am going to put right over on this. And I'll put that in place. I know, as ridiculous as it looks, but it also has you can take this off and spray your instant start or carb cleaner in here whenever you have to. And that's the end of that. So I'll put that together. In the meantime, let's give her a start. Not really much grass growing right now, but we'll give it a shot. She's cold. Just says one prime of the bulb, and we'll try to hold this down here while we do this. And she shuts off properly too. That was actually a bit of a problem itself because there's a little ground switch under here, a little tang, right? It's hard to see it. Right here, that was pushed over this way too much. So when you let go of this lever, it wouldn't shut off, and that completely confounded me. And I knew if I pushed a little bit, it would work, but it would shut off. But I just kind of bent this tab out. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but this mechanism here just kind of slides back and forth. But yeah, so I'm gonna put that shroud on it, homemade from a milk jug. We'll try it one more time and call it a wrap. And ta-da! There it is. It's all on there with some heavy duty tape. It's all sealed tight. Down underneath, it's airtight. We'll try it out. We'll run it for a little bit, make sure it doesn't melt. And yeah, so, and here's where you need to spray some carb cleaner in there. Just kind of pop it right in. There's the venturi for the carburetor, and that should be just fine for nothing. And we'll bring it back to the farm. So let's start it up and make sure it's still drawn. I mean, the filter looked pretty new because nothing was being drawn through it. Come on, you can do it. There you have it. Homemade air filter manifold. Yep, 2004 Cyclocut Cub Cadet lawnmower. Thanks for watching. Cheers.